Senorita, nice to meet her. You want take a drive, not the Benz, it's sweeter. The dress you have on expensive, and it really show off your extensive features. Yes, I'm Barry G, the boogeyman. For those who know, for those who don't know, for those who don't know that they don't know that they don't know. First of the face, hear the voice of the yo. That was very loud. First of the face, hear the voice today. Don't know say kogency, but the kogency reacts channel, and today we have the Poor Man's podcast with When Men Refuse to Simp number 8. I've watched a couple clips of the Poor Man podcast before, and one, I like the clips. I don't know where this guy gets these clips from, where him find them to react to. Well, at this one I can see the title of the video. What about the gender workplace? Yeah. But a lot of times I see the clips, I'm like, bro, one, the sequence of clips, very interesting. And then his opinions on the clips, I agree with a lot of the time. So, get off my screen. So, I wanted to bring a reaction onto the channel, so you guys think about it. Because this is what I've been watching, if I'm being honest, the past couple of weeks, days. Content like this, you understand? So, I'm going to get to some drill reactions at some point, but you know, for now, we're going to react to this. Hit the like button, jump in the comments, and subscribe. Yo, my voice crack, everything. I took too long, bro. I've been away too long. I can't even do it again. Hold on. Let me drink some. By the way, I don't advocate for the drinking of soda, but I had to. Alright. Subscribe to me. Hey, rough right now, dog. I just wake up and everything. So just hit the like button, jump in the comments, subscribe. And let's jump into this shit, gang.
What's up, YouTube? Poor Man Podcast back with another video. Today's video is going to be male senator destroys the gender pay gap. All right, y'all gotta see this. I'm so happy how well this man stood his ground against these women that were trying to promote this ridiculous agenda. All right, before I get into the video, though, gotta do the YouTube stuff. The goal is 30,000 subscribers by June. It's a crazy goal. It's a big goal, but it's my goal. All right, and the only way I'm gonna get to my goals if you give me.
Bro, you see, I know I'm not the only. Obviously, I'm not the only YouTuber that talks about them goals before them start the video. But you know, when I say subscribe, cause we at 4K we need to hit 5, or before when I say we need to hit 4, dog. It's not a joke thing, bro. That's like the whole point of even putting out the video, to get more subscribers. So, you know, do your thing. As in, you as a subscriber, do your thing and subscribe.
The HBO special. Do you know what the HBO special is? That's the Help a Brother Out special. All right,
Help a Brother Out.
Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. I'm going to give y'all a second to do that.
Let me hit the like button. Bam. See it there? Hit the like button.
All right, now let's get to the video. Male senator destroys the gender wage gap. Let's see what he has to say.
Let's see what he has to say, bro.
ABS data on employee earnings and hours. The gender pay gap as at May 2016 was 15.7%. It is a survey of employees, that information from the ABS. It's not a census. And it's only conducted every 2 years. They only collect the data every 2 years. What we do is we annualise our figure to full-time. So we look at all part-time employees and full-time employees that may have worked part of a 12-month period, and we annualise that data to take into account part-time hours.
Okay.
So therefore, we're converting the part-time hours to full-time, if you like.
How you do that?
So
do you convert part-time hours to full-time?
So do you take into account the fact that on average a male full-time employee works longer hours than a female full-time employee?
Do you do that? Do you do that?
Not directly, no.
You don't?
You don't.
But we annualise the part-time hours and those that have worked full-time but for part of the year. So that way, because at the moment...
What does that have to do with men working longer hours, though? I don't understand how men working longer hours correlate to the whole populace taking who works full-time but only part-time throughout the year. That literally don't even connect. Like, the two don't even connect.
What I can tell you is women work part-time at 3 times the rate of men.
Yeah.
Yes,
So by
that's why they get paid
annualising
less.
it, we are looking at a more realistic.
So you base it on annual salary.
Yeah.
What about if you did it on an hourly rate? What would be the gender hourly pay gap?
Well,
Nothing.
We don't have that data, Senator.
You don't have that
Because
data?
there is
we
none.
ask for annualised salaries.
Because it's literally illegal to pay somebody by the hour less than another person when they're doing the same job. It's literally illegal.
And from our employers when they report
As in, you can take your company to court if you find out that they're paying somebody more than you when you and the person have the same title or doing the same job. You can take them to court.
their data in.
How convenient. All right. These are women that are supposed to do this job, to bring this, to get a bill or a policy put in place to support their agenda, and they ain't even doing the bare minimum in terms of the facts needed
The research.
to bring an argument.
Exactly.
Okay?
What they doing?
The reality of the matter is this. The gender wage gap, that big study that everyone talks about, when they say women only make 77%
On the
of
dollar.
of what a man makes, 77 cents on the dollar
On the
of what a
dollar.
man makes. Well, that study never equated for even occupation. All it did was took annual salary average of a man and the
Yeah.
annual salary average of a woman. It didn't take into account the occupation.
Nope.
It didn't take account how many hours
You
people
work.
work.
Nope.
It didn't take account how much time people take
Off,
because
work.
of whatever personal reasons. And it didn't take account of how dangerous the jobs may be.
Exactly.
Okay? Men work more dangerous jobs, and dangerous jobs are compensated as such. They
Yeah.
deserve to get paid more for more dangerous jobs. When you talk about construction, when you talk about logging, these are dangerous jobs. In fact, in 2012, 92% of the workplace deaths were men.
See it there?
Okay? If we're for
But they won't ask for equality in that department, though. They'll be like, I just feel like the amount of men that die in the workplace is too much. We need some women representation. We need some women to die in the workplace too. They're not gonna say that, bro, because that don't benefit them. You understand? So it's all further entertainment. It's all feminism, internet shit to me, dog. Like, I don't take none of that serious.
all of this equality, why aren't we talking about that statistic? Does that just get swept under the rug?
Yes, it does. It does.
Okay, because it seems as if you don't really want equal pay for equal work. You
No.
want to get paid as much for less work.
Yes.
On average, women work 36 hours a week. 36.1 to be exact.
Point one. Can't forget the
While
point
men
one.
work 42 hours on average per week. So
That's
of
an
course the
extra
men are
6,
going
bro.
to get paid more annually. It just makes sense.
Doesn't make sense.
Also, whatever you put out is what you're going to get compensated for. So if
Exactly.
you're willing to do extra work and stay and do extra hours, you're going to earn more. That's
I need to remember that, That's why I need to focus on my YouTube. I need to do more extra hours.
just how the game works. So we got to stop playing this game where we act like woe is me, and like men have all
Yeah.
gathered around this table and decided that we're all going to discriminate against women. It's
Yeah.
just not true.
It's not
simply
true,
not
bro.
true, people.
Like I was saying it before, like, do you think that a employer gets 2 resumes? Let's say, for instance, they're the same exact person, same exact characteristics that you need for the job, right? It's just that one's a woman, one is a man. So you think that an employer is looking at resume A from the woman and resume B from the man and say, I just feel like giving resume A less money just because she's a woman. I just feel like it. Like, I don't want to give her the pay that she's legally like indebted to. Like, you have to pay her that. If that's the wage that you set. Like, I don't understand. Like, if you think employers are out there like purposely not like paying people when they're doing their job, male or female. I know a lot of them aren't, but for the most part, if you work, you get paid. And if you work a certain amount of hours, you get paid based on the certain amount of hours that you work. It's not rocket science or any big conspiracy against any specific gender.
Women are 3 times more likely to work part-time than men. All right? The gender wage gap is not true. It's a hoax. But let's continue the video.
Let's continue the video.
Okay, so if a woman was working fewer hours but earning the same rate per hour as a man doing the same job, would that show up as a gender pay gap?
No.
No. You see how she have to look
Well,
cross?
then in that case, you are.
She look a bit stuck, man. You look a bit defeated, man. You just have to look at body language, you know. Body language will tell you everything. Body language and tone of voice. That you cannot hide those things.
Looking at hourly rates.
Wait, I'm sorry?
In case you are looking at hourly rates.
Yes, you are.
Janine Bruder,
They don't
Research and
even-
Analytics Executive
Like, what are y'all
Manager.
You see? Because oh my God, she couldn't even answer the question. She started with all of this smoke, all of this ray. He just asked 2 simple questions. And she's stuck, bro. She can't even continue. She can't even say yes or no. We look at hourly wages of both genders. Because at first she said she didn't. And he was like, well, anyway.
Janine Bruder,
They don't
Research and
She's
Analytics
stuck, though.
Executive
Like, what are y'all
Manager. So we do not collect the real hours that an employee might have worked. So what we do collect is the hours that are specified in a contract, and that is provided by organizations to us. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
But I
sense.
mean, if you do you annualize it on the assumption that men and women are working the same number of hours, or is it actual earnings?
It's
Or what constituted the earnings? Like how many hours did he work to actually earn this amount of money? Or how many hours did she work to earn this amount of money?
actual earnings, and we are unable to. We don't have the data to distinguish or to then adjust for hours because we cannot collect the real hours that employees are working.
So it's not possible to tell whether any or some of the gender pay gap is just simply attributable to
women working
a different
less.
number of hours worked. Is that right?
Is that simple?
Is that simple?
It depends on whether we are looking at hours that are in contract or whether we're looking at hours that employees worked as overtime.
Why is it you don't look at hours worked?
When that is literally the what you'd call it? Not a trigger. That's literally the what's the word I'm looking for? That's the basis on which you're paid from, paid by how much you work. I thought that's how people get paid. You work this amount of time, you get this amount of money. Just depending on the job, you get a different hourly or yearly salary, but you still go to work for a certain amount of hours and get a certain amount of pay. It's not how do you not pay attention to the hourly pay but still have a final conclusion when you don't even investigate the initial cause of what am I trying to say? The initial way how people get their money in the first place to even have an annual income. You have to get, a monthly, weekly, however, salary. So if you don't investigate that salary and how it's distributed first, how you come to the end conclusion and then say, oh yeah, well, we check out the data, we're still, the gap is still 15%. Well, how about, let's take a step back from the annual wage of everybody and let's go back to the hourly wage. Let's see how much hours them work and let's see where them work and how long them work. You understand? And positions that them work. And that's how you're going to end up with why Exhibit A might make 400,000, Exhibit B might make 200,000. There's a lot of factors and reasons as to why people get paid less, men and women.
You don't collect it, but the ABS does.
Yeah,
it's
why don't
available.
It's available.
The ABS does a survey, yes.
Every 2 years.
Yes.
But again, as I say, we collect census data, that is survey data. And the other thing I would say at this stage, Senator, is just because somebody might be sitting at their desk for 12 hours a day doesn't mean you're getting 12 hours of productivity out of them, and doesn't mean that they're working in essence any harder than someone that may sit at their desk for 8 hours. So I don't think
That has nothing to do with the point though. Well, one, You still showed up to work. You still clocked in. So regardless of whatever you're doing at your desk, that's between you and either your manager or your boss. You showed up to work. So technically you can say, I came to work. So that point, if you're going, you cannot go in and actually analyze who is actually working for all of those 12 or 8 hours. We just know you showed up to work, so we're going to assume that you're working. Like, you getting into hypotheticals, like, oh, what if the person that's working 12 hours isn't actually working 12 hours? Like, you can't get into those hypotheticals because you'd never know.
That's true.
Okay, look. Okay. And this is where we get to that space, okay? We get to that part where we try to change the argument.
Yeah, it has nothing
now
to do with it.
she's trying to insinuate that the man who works at his desk for 12, or the man who's at his desk for 12 hours is less productive than the woman that may be at her desk for only 8 hours.
Yeah.
So they should get paid the same. That's not how it works, lady.
No.
All right? And that's why I always had a problem with people that overwork their jobs. I'm like, man, look, you're going to get paid the same $750 if you do this, work extra hard, and if you don't work extra hard. That's just how it works. All right? So they're paying you to be there. You're getting paid per hour.
Hear what I'm just saying? You're getting paid to be there. So when somebody shows up and they're just sitting around and you're like, man, this person isn't working as hard for his 12 hours as this person who is working harder for their 8 hours or 6 hours. Nigga, I don't care. I showed up to work. I clocked in. It says I was here for 12 hours. I don't care what I was doing for 12 hours. And you would never know who's actually working or not, bro. Like, how you going to know who's actually working as hard as they can for the 12 hours that they're at work when you're doing your census or your survey? You don't know, bro. So why even bring it up?
That's how the job works. So a person who waits, I don't care if he's just sitting at the desk, if he texting, if he on Facebook, if he's on the clock for 4 extra hours in that day, he's going to get paid more.
Yes.
And to have the audacity to in an argument where you're trying to say that men are sexist and a wage gap is a result of a patriarchy, to then be sexist yourself and insinuate that a man is less productive.
But they do that all the time, bro. That's one thing that I realized when, coming from an unbiased standpoint and this internet, either the racism topic or feminism topic or misogynism topic or everything is a ism now, bro. And it's always a topic and people need to be tolerant and get rid of all of these isms. But everybody's a part of the ism, bro. Everybody's sexist a little bit or a lot of bit. Everybody's racist a little bit or a lot of bit. Everybody's misogynist or misandrist. Everybody's capitalist. Like, everybody is some type of ism or schism in some way. They just don't like when you're the opposite of what they are. That's really what it comes down to. That's my opinion.
Productive than a woman that's sitting at a desk for the same amount of time is just absolutely ridiculous. Especially when you make that argument and and the person sitting right next to you is on her phone. Hold on, look at the video. If you're not looking, look at the video. She's on her phone. So she's making an argument about women being more productive. And the lady that's sitting right next to her, to the left of her, is on her phone while they're
I'm sure if you ask the lady why she was on her phone, she's going to tell you that she was doing something, getting some information, or she had some reason to be on her phone.
Absolutely getting destroyed. And he isn't even...
Yeah, the lady in the white and the flowers dress, she got destroyed, bro. He asked 2 questions, and I literally heard her stutter on the mic. She was like, she couldn't say anything. And that just shows it that when somebody asks a genuine question and you can't even shut it down. She couldn't even shut it down, bro. She just had to sit back and curl up.
All he has to do is say, well, why aren't you bringing up hours worked?
Yeah,
does that not matter? Does it not matter how many hours people work to get paid? That's the basics. Why, if you were going to present an argument of a gender wage gap, why wouldn't you have presented that information would be necessary, right? All
right, you see, that's how I do it. I'm not crazy, because I said this already. Go back 5 minutes or however long. I said it. How are you going to talk about a wage when you're not going to talk about how the wage is distributed? How you just fall to the end conclusion? We're not even giving a little thought to the start, to the first initial, distribution of payment, but we're going to analyze the end and say, yes, this is what happens by the end of the year and it's wrong. But we're not going to talk about how we got there and how it's distributed, though. But we just know that it's wrong and it needs to change. Shut up, man.
It's always conveniently ignored, okay? Conveniently. All these studies are just conveniently ignored when you talk about the occupation, when you talk about hours worked, when you talk about the dangerousness of the job, how dangerous the job is. These are all facts that are conveniently pushed aside.
Yeah.
And we just pay attention to how much somebody has in their pocket at the end of the year, man versus woman.
All right. From the outside looking in, somebody might be like, man, you're just watching this video because he says the same things that you say. So what? So what? I have an opinion, and then while I'm watching the video, this guy has the same opinion I have. So what, nigga? So what? Fight me.
It's ridiculous. Let's continue the video. Y'all gotta wait for the end though, because it gets a little hotter.
It gets a little hotter.
Wait for the end.
It's
Let's keep
getting
going.
hotter. In
for
here.
8 hours. So I don't think...
That's true, but they're getting paid for the 12 where they're...
I sang the wrong song. I'm so sorry. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Sorry, I just had to sing that, bro. You know the music on my brain.
For 8 hours. So I don't think...
That's true, but they're getting paid for the 12 whether they're doing any work or they're getting paid
Exactly,
for
so
however
how
many
you-
hours they're
why
sitting
you
at
even
their
bring it
desk.
up?
And the issue for your agency is that if it's a male sitting at a desk, they're getting paid more than a female sitting at a desk. So the question is whether irrespective of the hours, the question is whether for those hours for which they're getting paid, is there a difference between men and women?
Answer, can I get a reply, please?
Come on, man.
Can I get something?
We don't collect information on ours, Senator.
ABS does, so it's available.
Yeah.
So if we put in a question on notice, will you access the ABS data and so you can answer that question?
Yeah.
I did answer it earlier. I said that the ABS employee and earnings and hours data, as at May 2016, the gender pay gap was 15.7%.
You see how I get 15.7%. Because that's my whole point. That's what I came here to say and repeat 5 times over. But I'm not going to actually break down my statement and analyze how we got to that 15.7%. I'm just going to tell you that is 15.7% and something needs to change now, nigga. Or some of y'all niggas ain't getting no pussy. Some of y'all niggas ain't getting no puss. I'm telling you that. Like, that's our energy right now. That's how I'm feeling. It's like, there's no real explanation for anything. There's no real reasoning behind it. It's just, it's 15.7% and that's bad and we need to change it right now. So you, Mr. Senator, do something about it. You know, like, give me some more explanation. No, give me something. Give me something. Jeez, like, at least make me feel bad for you or something. If you want me to actually believe what you're saying. Because from the jump, I know that this argument is a fallacy. So if you even want me, have a little sympathy for you, then, like, give me some reasoning or some background or give me a sub-story or something. Like, appeal to my emotions. You're not even being a proper liberal. You're not even being a proper feminist. You're not even trying to manipulate emotions. So you completely lose. You lose, man.
And the pay gap was 15.7%.
Because we all know proper liberals and feminists, that's all they do. They pander to emotions, manipulate people's feelings and emotions to get their whatever gain they want. If you don't like it, bite it. Not me though, don't bite me. I need to stop talking.
And hours data, as at May 2016, the gender pay gap was 15.7%.
That, if I understood you correctly, that's referring to annualised salary, is that right?
Not.
What's the gap based on?
Yeah,
per
what's the
hourly
gap
rates
based on?
or annual incomes or annualised incomes or
What
are
is
we
it based
talking about
on,
here?
girl?
Like, what is the argument? What do you
Exactly. You see? What is the argument? There is no argument.
Okay. The EEH data, so that's the employee earnings and hours data includes all employees regardless of employment status and reflects ordinary time cash earnings. The EEH survey produces hourly earnings for non-managers and can be used to produce a gender pay gap measure inclusive or exclusive of part-time employees. The EEH data can also be configured in a variety of other ways that are useful to the gender pay gap estimates, e.g. managerial versus non-managerial employees.
She's not even answering the question. The man is asking, how do you calculate that 15.7%? Do you get it by annual wage, by hourly wage, by how do you calculate that 15.7%? And she's saying like 1,000 words and she still hasn't answered how do you come up to that 15.7%. She's talking about they might exclude or include. Why are you talking about might? I want to know how you came to this 15.7%, not what you might exclude or might include or what. Like, come on, man.
Drawback from where we sit is that EEH data was identified as being is just done on a 2-year cycle.
I don't think I can think of many men who would find it acceptable that a woman, irrespective of how many hours she's working in the day, if she's doing the same amount of work as a man,
yes,
or the same job
she
as a man,
deserves the same pay.
Was paid any less on the basis that she's a woman. I can't think of any men who would
go back to the scenario that I did where I talked about resume A and resume B and how, like, I don't know or know of any employers that's literally paying people less because they're women. I don't know about that.
Support that. And yet, because you're not looking at hours, we don't know whether that's occurring or not. Am I right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically there's about 30 seconds of the video left. He's going to just basically tell them to go back to the drawing board, as they should, and get an argument.
Get a better
and every
argument.
time there are women and men having these debates when it comes to sex and gender and inequality, it always ends with this. It's just emotion. There's no statistics or data to back them up. Okay? And in a capitalistic society, we live in a capitalistic society. You don't think that a $1 trillion company like Apple, who is always looking for loopholes and ways to make money, wouldn't just hire all women?
Exactly.
If they can pay you 23% less than men,
and you're doing the same job,
that would increase their bottom line by
Exactly.
23% immediately, just by hiring people that are women. They would be hiring based on cup size instead of competence.
Yeah.
Okay? Are you kidding me? This is absolutely ridiculous. The situation is men are just interested in things, women are interested in people.
Yes.
Okay? And the problem with
Facts.
women, there's nothing wrong with women being interested in people when
Boy, I do not like people. I literally have a song go, me no like see people. Look through my window, me no like see vehicle dog. Too many things them I try to keep up and through me and sing, you no like me go. Well, me no like you neither. You do it for the hype or you like the media. Stay in your lane, don't drive the speed, ya. Gonna leave ya. Me no like see people, dog. I don't like people, bro. I like things. Like, I have my controller right here, my PS4, my mic, my recording software, my laptop, TV, light, foot. Like, I have gadgets around me, dog. I don't have people around me. I'm not trying to be around people. I'm trying to be around my gadgets, bro. My things. Even though people cool and stuff, but most people not cool, bro.
you look at those jobs, those are nurses, those are teachers, those are social workers.
Yeah.
Things in that, psychologists, those are in that side, okay? That's what women are interested in. The only problem with it is you get paid more for being interested in things. Why?
Yeah.
Because it's just more scalable.
Yeah.
Okay? When you work with people, you're exchanging your time for money.
Yeah.
Okay? If I go and teach, I'm exchanging my time for money. Now, I can tutor and maybe get more money for my time, but I'm still trading my time for money. If I'm a psychologist, I'm still trading time for money.
Mm-hmm.
All right? If I'm a social worker, I'm trading time for money.
Yeah.
Okay? While if I'm...
And also, most of those jobs have a set income. That's not even... You, no matter how good of a teacher you are, like... You're most likely not gonna get that raise. No matter how good of a whatever you are, you're most likely not gonna get that raise unless your entire industry is getting a raise most of the time. You understand? So when you work those jobs, you have to be honest with the pay and look at, you understand? And then, so don't tally up everybody's pay at the end of the year and be like, well, they earn less, so something's wrong. Like, no. Like, start scam or something, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Interested in things, I can build a laptop. And what can I do with a laptop? I can sell it at Walmart and sell 100 million of them. Okay, it's just more scalable.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you're
that's
interested
true.
in things, you can invent. Innovation. It makes you be when you can create things. If you develop a software program and you sell it to 100,000 people, you're just gonna make more than a teacher who is really good at teaching.
Yes.
Because she just sells her time. She sells her time and not a product. When you're interested in things, you can sell products. When you're
Yes.
interested in people, you sell time for the most part.
Yeah.
So that's just the difference. There is no secret meeting that men have had that we just want to crush women. Okay, think about.
The women's. I don't like the women's. So, me, Mr. CEO, I'm going to call all my other CEO friends and tell them to not pay the women's. Because fuck the women's. I hate women's. Ugh. Disgusting women's.
About it, y'all. In a
Like, nobody's doing that, bro. I'm sorry to tell you. Like, I know you want to think that we're out here, like, trying to just bring down women, but we're not. I'm sorry to tell you.
capitalistic society, do you really think Apple would let 23%, $1 trillion company, do you really think they would just let 23% go under the rug because they want to hire men?
Yeah.
Let's be completely
When I
honest
money
about
them
this,
love.
y'all.
Money is the
Get
motive.
an argument. If you're going to come and talk about gender inequality, get an argument.
Get an
Get a
argument.
strong argument. And even me, I am willing to change my opinion if presented with new information. That's how being an intellectual works.
Yes.
That's how people who critical think works.
Yes.
I'm not opposed to creating a different idea or having a different mindset if you
Yeah.
can present to me.
But if you're obviously just, as I'm saying, to me, it literally just looked like she just came here to tell everybody about 15.7%. She's not gonna tell you how they calculated, how they came to that number, what caused that number to be that way, what caused this set of people to make this amount of money, what caused this set of people to make this amount of money. All she wants to tell you is that it's 15.7% and that it's bad and it's men's fault. But she's not even telling you how to fix it neither, you know. She's just here to tell you how bad you are as a man. Like, that's literally it. Like, she's not even telling you how to fix the problem.
A certain amount of information.
Or
It's
giving
just
you
that
any
that
help
information
on how to
has
fix
yet
the
to be presented. Anytime, like, I could do videos of people when they talk about other red pill content creators, and every time the women do that, they only talk about the person's character. They don't talk about the information that the person
Yeah.
has presented.
Exactly.
Okay, I do plenty of those with Kevin Samuels, Coach Greg Adams. There may be some of O'Shea Duke Jackson.
O'Shea Duke Jackson. Yo, you know how long I don't watch O'Shea Duke Jackson? Bro. I wonder if him still do like the Sims, like him edit him face onto the Simpsons people. That's how long I've been watching O'Shea Duke Jackson, bro. Ever since he was in Nigeria. He even has like a Nigerian like little short movie that I watched as well. Like, bro, I watched O'Shea Duke Jackson, bro. I need to go back to his channel and check out something still. I ain't gonna lie, he is a ugly ass nigga though, bro. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that, but god damn.
They're always talking about the person and not their argument. Come with an argument. Come with statistics. Come with facts. And then
Yeah.
we can have this conversation.
Please.
Till next time.
Gang. You see why I like watching these videos? Cause it's like, one, this topic is everywhere. If you even type it in on Twitter, I'm sure you might find some people arguing about it right now, today. You know, it's always a topic because women like this, they go onto their platforms and their stuff, and they just do that. They do what she came here and did. She just comes on camera and tells you that it's 15.7%, and she might come and give you another piece of information that might make the 15.7% look even worse. But she's not going to tell you how she came to the 15.7% though, or why it's 15.7% in terms of hours worked and jobs that you're surveying. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, if you're surveying, you say you're surveying non-manager jobs. But if you're surveying you know, what would I say, like a call center worker or you know, somebody with an average job to somebody with a not so average job, then your survey is built on a fallacy. Then you're not surveying on equal premises or equal basis. You're just surveying everybody, and then when you get the result of surveying everybody and it's 15.7%, then you say, oh, it's bad. But you know what I'm saying, like, I need more facts. I need more reasoning as to why it's 15.7%. You can't just tell me it's 15.7% and then I'm just gonna go to every employer and tell them to immediately start paying their female employees more, because then now that will be paying the men less for doing the same job too. And it's the same thing that you're coming here cussing about, that you want me to go and do to men. That makes no sense, and I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, that was that video. I like it. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you want more videos like this, or you want me to react to more Poor Man's Podcast. You know, have a lot of videos like this, or just on topics like this in general. So hit the like button, jump in the comments, and subscribe to me. I get looking better, you know. I'm back in it, baby. I'm back and I'm better. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, jump in the comments, and subscribe. Need to get to 5K, you don't know. Gang shit, and I'm out. Senorita, nice to meet her. You want take a drive, now the Benz, it's sweeter. The dress you have on expensive, and it really show off your extensive.